Well, Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Stata Khomidov and I'm currently studying at Tashkent State University of Economics, specializing in world economy and international economic relations. So this presentation is part of my academic skills course under the guidance of Professor Aziz Zikriyoyev. So let me give you a little bit of introduction. Today I have the privilege of presenting an in-depth analysis of the economy of New Zealand, a nation renowned for its strong economic performance, robust trade relationships, and dynamic financial policies. So this presentation will explore key economic indicators, trade relations, fiscal policies, and challenges that shape New Zealand's economy and the global landscape. So throughout this discussion, I will incorporate statistical analysis using Stata, alongside graphical representations to illustrate key trends and insights as well. So now I'll open Stata. So here we can do our research and show you how to get the database using Stata. So first of all, we have to get the Excel form, and I'm gonna show with how to get Excel and how to create NEN actually. So now let me start with login. So here you have to first of all choose log and begin, and then give a name for your file, for example mz log, and save. And now it's starting. So, and after that we are gonna choose import. Let's go file again and then import our Excel file. That's my Excel file. Open. And then wait a second. What happened? Yes, now it's working. Let me change it. Why I changed it? Because it will show years from 1960s to 2022. There will be 64 years. So you have to choose this part, click the button, and then OK. Now it will work. Now we've done it, and then we have to check it, browse, and as you can see, these are numbers are in a red color, meaning that this data is strange. It should be in black. So you need to write this comment. The string years. And replace. So we're gonna check it again. Now it's in black color, meaning that our data will be able to read this comment. So the next step is to set years to make our data time series. And also we need to save our document as an X format. So, and also don't forget to connect the internet, because it's important to use this data, otherwise it's not gonna work. So the next command will be is like sum. It shows the summary of our data. As you can see, here are the variables, our variables, and this is the observation, which means the years, and arithmetic mean and standard deviation. It shows us how far it is from arithmetic mean, and minimum and maximum, minimum 1960s and maximum 2022. So next comment is to away this line, GDP per capita, and it shows us the overall trend over a particular amount of years, and as you can see, this trend is positive. So the next comment is to away so you need to choose variables. First will be dependent and second independent. So let's choose export goods and services dependent and GTV as an independent. So this graph is basically called scatter plot. It shows a relationship between GDP and exports of goods and services, and it shows us, as I said, that if there is a relationship exists or not. So what kind of relation is that? So there is a relationship actually, and the relationship is positive. The next comment is, so I think I've done a little bit of a mistake and I'm sorry for it, so let me correct it. So exports, goods and services, and GDP per capita, and then it's my bad, sorry. And the same situation happens, and that's it. And here it is. And it's a positive relationship. Here is the positive relationship. So let's go on. And the next one will be histogram. For this you need to choose only one. GDP per capita. Or let's say export goods and services, then density norm. Now we have this graph, which is a histogram, and here is the density. So this graph shows how normally our data is distributed, and the more similar this graph is the line is bin shape. As you can see in our case, our data is like this, meaning that it's not good because of the fluctuation here. And by the way, don't forget to copy your data, your graphs like this, copy it and then paste it to your Word file. For example, I've already done it, for example like this, so don't forget it. So the next command will be graph box. Only one variable for this. Now let's take my independent variable. So as you can see, this is a rectangular 75% of our variable, and these two lines outlines it shows the minimum and maximum values, I mean maximum value and minimum value, and this line is medium. So the next is as dog Pearson pairwise correlation. So let's choose it like this. I choose GDP per capita as dependent and the other variables as independent. So as you can see, there might be whether positive or negative relationship. For example, here is the positive, this is positive, also this is a negative, and rather than final consumption expenditure. And the next command is swilk, and swilk let's choose, well, that's my bad, sorry. Tax revenue, final consumption, everything is here, right? Yes, let's go. And this is kind of it's a Shapiro test for normal data. First of all, it shows whether there is a dependence of variables on each other. As you can see, if our p-value is less than 0.05, it accepts our data, H1 hypothesis, and it means that those variables are dependent on each other, like this one and this one, this and this one. So the next comment is will be S.reg, regression. So we will take GDP as dependent variable and others independent. So we are given this ANOVA table as well. This is the ANOVA table, first of all, I have to say. So ANOVA table, model parameters, and model estimations. As you can see now, number of observations, meaning that how many years were observed, and this one, and F means here, it means variables, and compare it with each other. So and particular amount of years, and also in summary with this number 6 with 18, and it's gonna be it's gonna be 25 years, and the first initial year here, and the p-value is shows us the dependence, and it should be less than 0.05, and it's perfect right now. R squared shows us on how much percent these variables describe GDP. So here you can see, in our case is 99%, and this one is also the same. So this one is the coefficient, standard error, sorry about that, and this is p-value, and so on, 90% interval. Okay, so the the next command will be alpha well, shows us the reliability of our data. So that's it. Thank you for watching until so far. We've done right now a little bit of research and analysis on the Stata, and now it's time to move on and how we can do that. So first of all, let me say, let me show you my Word file, and here is my Word file. So which is, I've done my do file, and I've conducted I've analyzed all of them beforehand, and here you can see the analysis of these graphs. So there are estimates for OELs, estimates for robots, and estimates for log, and margins. They're cumulative sum test in the end, and also there are graph box, and here you can see a lot of them. So T-line scatter plot. So first one starts with, as you know, descriptive statistics. Here is descriptive statistics and the analysis of descriptive statistics and these kind of things. T-line as well. So what I'm saying is, as I said earlier, I'm going to show you how to do how to import your own Excel file using World Bank Open Data, right? You have to click this button, World Bank Open Data, and you have to open this page. And here is the country and indicator, but you don't have to choose indicator, but country as well. But country. So mine was New Zealand, so I choose N, and here is the New Zealand. And I'm gonna got this one Excel file, and here I get this. So it will open right now. Wait a second. So now it's running. So here is the metadata indicators, but we need data. So it's in New Zealand's data source, which is which there are lots of database. So you have to choose the most important variables, like what kind of. First of all, for example, GDP or exports and imports, or yes, and then military, for example, education, or other sectors, for example, health, and unemployment or population. And how you can choose this, you have to click this and then copy it. After that, you have to take this into your own Excel file. How can you do that? Let me show you mine. This is mine. So it will open right now. Just wait. Yes, it's now working. I'll show you. Just a second. Yeah, this is my own Excel file which I imported from that World Bank Open Data. Here is the 7 variables: export, goods and services, import, trade, GDP per capita, unemployment, tax return, final consumption expenditure, GDP per capita, independent, and the others are independent years from 1960 until 2022. So this is how I've done my analysis. And another thing is how to download your do file into Stata. So for example, let's choose this and that, and it's easy. So economy of New Zealand, Khomidov Sardorbek, and then here are the commands or the codes you have to enter into the Stata, and which I have done it myself beforehand, and here you can see it, all of them. So that's how you can create do file from here. If you have already, you can do this from here. And if when you write log close, it will be closed, your log will be closed, and you can get your log. So yeah, so for this part I think we've done it. So thank you very much, have a good day.